Well, hello.
Well, are you in it?
What?
Are you in it?
I don't know.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Welcome, Candace and Russ. Thank you for joining me today for our interview session. I will be asking you for a couple of questions in the range of 8 to 12, maybe in 13 questions. So thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us. We're so excited to talk to you about marriage.
Yeah, we're talking about marriage today. That's our main discussion topic. So hopefully you guys are willing to do that. And why don't we just hop right into it?
Okay.
All right. So number one, how and when did you meet each other?
Nightclub bar,
That'll work.
Halloween,
Halloween.
1992. Yeah.
Halloween, 1992.
Cool. So that leads me into my next question. Were you attracted to each other from the beginning?
Yes.
No. I think
Could
you
you
need to
elaborate?
explain.
Do you elaborate?
What do you mean?
Well, you said yes, I said no. So elaborate.
Oh, I said yes. I touched her. I felt an electric shock. And I said, oh my goodness. And I told her to be introduced to these guys I didn't even know next to us.
Okay.
She went and talked to these guys. And then she was like, she came back to me and she said, you don't even know those guys. I'm like, what are you talking about? And she started talking to me. I go, excuse me, I'm not that kind of guy. I'm just going to come up and talk to me. Who are you? What's your name? She said, my name's Candace. What's your name? I said, Russ. I said, okay, I can talk to you.
I say no because of that story. He's crazy. Crazy.
Nice. All right, so now you guys are in the relationship, and at which point did you feel that it became more seriously romantic?
I would say after the first, 6 months. And when I
Yeah.
say that, it was mentally like, I really like this guy. And he went away to Amsterdam, and I kind of missed him. So it was, we had dated for a while or saw each other for a while, and then once he went away, when he was away for a while, I found myself missing him. So then I was like, I do like him. So he came back.
It's about right. 4 months. I missed her when I went away.
That's cute. All right.
It was actually Sweden. Went to Amsterdam and Sweden.
Oh, okay.
Travel in Europe. Okay. Have you ever experienced being in love before you met your future spouse?
Yes. I mean, I met her when I was 31. Met her when I was 31. So yes.
Well, I was 28, but here's the thing. Once I met you, the thought was, now I know what true love is. So
Yeah.
you think you know what love is.
Okay.
So people should say, and if they've had other relationships that they've loved a person, yeah, sure. By nature, you love people, but the person you spend the rest of your life with is your true love.
Definitely different.
Definitely a different kind of love.
So, you guys are sort of answering. So, when did you know for sure that you wanted to marry?
It's kind of years later, because once you got comfortable in the relationship and we were friends first, then over time, because we dated for 4 years before we got married, and as Russ said, we were older, so it was the natural step. But I think it was a good 3.5, 4 years in. Like,
We got married after 4 years.
yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I mean, you think you want to be with that person for the rest of your life, but also we weren't thinking, oh, we have to get married. But it was a natural step, and
Yeah.
he asked me, and of course I said yes.
Okay. So, did religion play a role in the type of person you were trying to marry or searching for to be your soulmate? Anything like that?
I think it may have been subconsciously. It wasn't a conscious thought. That had she been not being a Catholic, I don't think I would have said no. It wasn't the primary reason, yes or no, but I think subconsciously it certainly solves a lot of problems.
Right. You agree?
I would agree. I wanted someone who shared the same faith, and I don't think it didn't play a role.
So kind of like a moral belief system, kind of?
Yeah, it was more moral beliefs than really religious beliefs.
Okay.
We believed the same thing.
Okay. And what did you do to begin preparing for the wedding ceremony and married life?
We did go to pre-Cana classes.
We did.
Because in order to receive the sacrament of marriage
Right.
in the Catholic Church, we had to meet with the priest. We met with couples. So there was 18 weeks. There was a number of weeks of pre-Cana that we had to do. And we did them here in Southern California. And they signed off on our membership with our St. Martin of Tours and sent it back to St. Bernadette's that we had completed pre-Cana because we got married out of state.
In Maryland.
Right. Okay. So before you were married, did you talk about the possibility of having children and raising a family? And also, if you could answer, did you agree on the timing and number of children?
We definitely discussed all that, but we weren't getting married because we wanted to have children necessarily. We were getting married because we were in love and we wanted to be together. But you certainly have to, I think, have those conversations, because if one person wants to be married and have children and the other one wants to be married and not have children, that's going to be an issue you should definitely resolve. And part of the pre-Cana, those questions come up. And we were definitely gung-ho to have kids. We told the priest 6 kids, but we didn't get married till we were 35. And there's one,
But however, he asked before we married, so that's true.
Yes.
We had the conversation. We knew we both wanted children. The fortunate part is we had one incredible child. The unfortunate part was I couldn't be pregnant more than once. So,
You could have been, but
we didn't give up on our desire for more children, but medically it was not in the cards.
All right, so you guys have basically answered this question already, but do you feel that you were ready for marriage at the time you got married?
Yeah,
absolutely.
absolutely.
For sure. So that leads me into what is most rewarding about being married?
Go first. Well, being married to her, of course. But in seriousness,
No, you first.
I enjoy the commitment. I enjoy the companionship. You enjoy the love. You enjoy that there's always someone there for you. And you also get to give that to that person. And you know that it'll be appreciated and respected. And so when there's difficult times, because life is filled with hard times and good times, and it's real easy when it's the good times. When things are challenging, to have someone with you that you know has got your back, that you know the two of you are going to fight through this, that's what I love about marriage. And you, honey?
Oh, honey. No, you have very philosophical ways of saying things. Just in general, it's nice just to have found a friend and a soulmate that you can spend the rest of your life with.
I'm gonna go a little bit off the script, but would you say marriage changed who you were in, I don't know, either before you even met each other, or did you guys feel a significant change in?
No, I'm gonna say no. Marriage never changed me as a person. It made me better as a person because Russ accepted me for who I was, and I accepted him for who he was. So absolutely, marriage didn't change anything, which goes back to we were ready for marriage. Because if you're not ready for marriage, then the relationship is different after you're married. But when you're ready, you're the same person. You're just together.
I agree with that.
Okay. So now, what is most difficult about being married?
Well, seeing as I just came back from Memorial Day weekend, is knowing that someday that someday that person's going to be gone. It doesn't consume your daily life. You don't think about it. I'm thinking about it right now because of that type of question. But that's really the only difficulty in marriage. At the end of the day, if you've got a solid marriage, you know that person's there for you. There's no free rides. All the love is going to have to be balanced out someday by great sorrow. So that's the only real difficulty of marriage.
I'm going to agree with that. The 100% giving also comes with the potential loss.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't stop someone from doing that.
No.
But because you've asked the question, it makes you think, what's the worst part? Because
There really is no other difficulties.
Okay. So this is one of my favorite questions. If you could relive one moment during your dating period, engagement, or marriage, which moment would you choose?
Dating period, engagement, or marriage?
Marriage.
There's probably one from each of those times.
So list
But
One big one.
oh, one big one.
One big
alright.
one would be
the
nice.
birth of our child,
You'd redo
our
it?
child.
You'd relive it?
Oh, every day. I live it every day. Don't we get to see this miracle? It's a miracle. And without marriage, there wouldn't be that miracle. Yes, you can have children without being married, but there's something to be said for the fact that at the time that child's born, there's that incredible love. And that's really what marriage is about, is love and sharing that love, and you share it through your children. If
So-
you're blessed with them, because there are people who don't get that blessing.
There's always a
But I think that's...
I like that.
Well, of course you like that answer because you're the byproduct of that answer. But if we could relive, you said dating.
Dating, marriage, or engagement.
Well, see, we had Russell 4 years after we got married, so I'm gonna say yes. You're the greatest gift of
Okay.
our marriage.
I get it.
One, but if I had to relive any one of those moments over again, it was walking down the aisle to be married to Dad.
That's
It was pretty amazing. Took my breath away, literally. If you look at the video.
And in hindsight, you're such a nervous bride anyway, and you can't remember the day. Now that you're much older and wiser, I'd like to go back and redo it again. I'd wear the same dress, I'd have the same colors, I wouldn't change a thing, but I'd want to do it again.
I like that. All right, so now just for some closing remarks, and I was wondering, what is the most important thing that every person should think about before getting married?
I would say the most important thing to think about before getting married is knowing that it's final. Divorce is not an option. I mean, we talked about stuff. It's not hard to be married, but if you marry your best friend and you have a great relationship, but you really have to be ready. And if you're ready, then nothing should break you apart. So I really think the biggest thing is you have to be sure. And when you do make that commitment, it's forever. So when we went and said before God, till death do us part, we're not kidding. It is till death do us part.
You have to face the difficulties and the challenges together. I think too many people today think it's all about fun and games, and they don't realize that the commitment that it takes to be married. So when you decide to get married, you're making a commitment to that other person, that you're not compromising yourself. You're creating essentially a whole nother being, this married entity. It's inseparable if you perceive it that way and move forward in that with that understanding. And there are going to be difficult times. There are no questions about that. But that's what the challenge is. That's why you're married, is to have someone to help you get through those challenges and to help that person get through those challenges.
And it's also to then raise children and see that commitment through. So in all of our lives, we've loved a lot of people, and we've loved them in different ways. But when you're truly ready to get married, that is your love, and that is your lifetime.
And there's no question at that point. It's just what it is. You can't imagine anything else. That's it.
All right. I think that's just about do it. And thank you guys for your time. I really appreciate it. And I love you guys.
Hey, love you too, and
Love you
thanks for
too.
asking us to be interviewed. This is fun.
And we
Thank
get
you.
$35 a piece for this.
Okay.